What's up, YouTube? This is David.
And Frank.
Crypto Millionaire here, coming at you with our first, well, not live, but our first news episode. So we're going to tell you a little bit about what's going on in crypto news, get you guys caught up on all the good stuff, and I'll kick it off. So first news story of the day, rapper 50 Cent is a Bitcoin millionaire. Did you know?
Crazy.
Yeah, so I guess in 2014, rapper 50 Cent started accepting Bitcoin for his album sales, and supposedly nobody remembered. So 4 years later, he found out that he had $7.7 million sitting in Bitcoin from record sales of 4 years ago. Way to go, 50 Cent. Pretty crazy, huh?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. How do you and your whole team forget that you have
Do you think it was his
Bitcoin
idea?
sales?
I don't even know.
Well, I just don't understand how that dynamic even works. Like, who decided to do this and then just completely forgot?
Yeah, they didn't even sell any of it. They just held on to all of it.
Jesus. I mean, how do you, I mean, I don't know how much that equated to back then.
It was $600,000.
So, I mean, how do you, $600,000 is just
maybe they didn't
missing sales.
I guess they didn't
whatever. I guess 50 Cent's pretty rich. So 7.7 million ain't much to him. So what do you got going on?
Alright, so amazing news. Segway finally getting adopted by Coinbase. And this is really important because I think it's 80% of the mempool for transaction confirmations that haven't gone through are because of Coinbase, and Coinbase needs to adopt Segway, and they're finally talking about doing it, which is gonna drop down the prices for transacting Bitcoin, which I think Bitcoin's gonna probably go up.
I can't imagine it won't. So I actually have a question for you. So is that going to make the Coinbase prices cheaper to transfer Bitcoin?
Maybe. I mean,
because it's
possibly.
expensive as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it should.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys aren't familiar with what Segway is, it's essentially the same thing that Litecoin had for their Lightning Network, correct?
Yeah. Well, it is Lightning
Network.
Okay. It's just how they do the blocks is a little bit different.
Gotcha. So they're gonna it essentially speeds up transactions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, it makes it a lot
cheaper. Well, you can't beat that. I would love to see that happen because I think it will make Bitcoin the front runner again. Well, I mean, it's always been.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was getting so expensive that I think people were starting to get a little, deterred, and I think it's gonna make it go back up again.
Definitely.
And we need a spike in the market. It's been a little rough lately, so that's cool. So Icon has their main net release. This is pretty cool. Icon is one of my favorite cryptocurrencies. Essentially a platform like Ethereum. They're a little bit more than that. I know that they also connect other blockchains together, so they kind of communicate with each other.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're coming out with their main platform. Which is cool because now they're going to be able to have ICOs built off of them, and I think this is good news.
They're going to be able to start getting some people on board to start thinking about what kind of tokens that they can start running on their blockchain.
Right, absolutely, and that's it's good for investors because we should see a spike in Icon. I can't imagine you wouldn't. So yeah, I'm excited. Maybe we'd be looking at the next Ethereum. Who knows? Yeah.
Hopefully, something like that.
I guess time will tell.
So another thing with Coinbase that I was researching, they are gonna start adding Bitcoin Cash again and trading it with I believe it's been shut off for the European section of trading. It hasn't been able to trade. No one's been able to access their Bitcoin Cash. Only U.S.
Well, we saw a huge. I mean, we saw a dip in the market, but Jesus, Bitcoin Cash never recovered at all.
No.
And I have to assume that's
hopefully this will help it go back up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good. It's going to be good for people that hold Bitcoin Cash, and I have to wonder, what's this mean with the Lightning Network being integrated? What's this going to do for Bitcoin forks?
Yeah, I mean, they might not even exist anymore. They might not even be needed. If Bitcoin's going to be cheap, then you won't
and
need
fast.
All this
Yeah. I mean, geez, no more degraded service on Coinbase and GDAX and Yeah, that's
with these two news coming out at the same time, it's going to be either really good for Bitcoin Cash or rough, because everyone could just dump their Bitcoin Cash as soon as they have access to it, or they could start buying it.
Right. Yeah,
we
that's very true. We'll have to see what happens, but hopefully it goes up because I hold some Bitcoin Cash. So, Goldman Sachs. So we can put this to bed. I had heard rumors from family and friends that Goldman Sachs was going to be implementing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading into their portfolios for their customers. This is not true. So I guess the CEO of Goldman Sachs finally came out and said, no, this is not true. We are not, at least for the time being, anytime this year, adding any type of cryptocurrency investment to our customers' portfolios. I have to assume that they still think it's just too volatile. That is what most investment places like Goldman Sachs, I would assume the reason they don't do it is because of the volatile nature of cryptocurrency.
Well, looking at around the world, it's very like black and white. There's people that are like super for cryptocurrency, and there's people that are really against it, and it's just like there needs to just be some regulation, and then slowly adopting it. We can't just ban it completely.
No, absolutely, and I don't think that will happen. But we have there are other companies like Goldman Sachs for cryptocurrency. I mean, you have Genesis Vision, which is exactly the same thing. It is an investing company where you can go in and put your money in. And you also have like copy trade platforms like Covesting. So, there's going to be people doing this anyway. Do we need Goldman Sachs doing it? No, not necessarily. Would it be really good and possibly bring a lot of people into, the cryptocurrency market?
Yeah, a lot of big money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So I would be excited if it happened. But as of right now, it isn't. So we'll have to see, what the future holds.
Mine is a little bit more nerdy. I got for my next news. We're talking about Enginecoin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Enginecoin, and it's basically a gaming token. It's a ERC20 token, and they are working on combining their platform with Minecraft. So people on Minecraft are going to be able to sell whatever items they have, but it's going to be all on private servers where you would have to set it all up, and then you can do your own, like, maybe there'll be like Minecraft barter shops and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I mean,
don't know exactly.
Big deal though. Yeah. Minecraft's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people play that game.
A lot of people. Worldwide. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, any way that we can get, cryptocurrency out there, I think it's good news.
I agree. Yeah.
Awesome. Atlas Cloud. So originally when I first looked at this story, I was thinking this was going to be like a Genesis mining, but I don't believe it is. So Atlas Cloud is setting up 1,000 Bitcoin miners online. They're ASIC miners. And essentially, I don't believe, at least at this point in time, they're going to be selling hash for people to buy, their Bitcoin mining, like, on the cloud. But they are going to be mining around 1.5 Bitcoin a day, which doesn't sound like a lot. But if you think about that, as of right now, that's $16,000, $17,000 a day in Bitcoin. And absolutely more than that, depending on what Bitcoin's sitting at. But so we'll have to see, if more comes from this, or maybe they will be opening up more, mining, whatever you want to call them, and selling some, some contracts. So
interesting.
Yeah.
All right, some IOTA news, because there's a lot of FUD in the IOTA market, I guess.
yeah, something, yeah.
Or like their Reddits, they're always talking. They talk up IOTA so much because of it's completely different technology, but now people are talking bad about their technology. They're saying that they have this part of their system. It's called the coordinator, and it basically protects their network from attacks and from copies being made on the network, and it's down, and they're not really saying anything about when it's going to be fixed or how they're going to fix it. So we don't know. IOTA has a lot. People love IOTA. They think it's the next thing. It's better than blockchain, but
right. The thing I've been saying about IOTA for a long time is huge risk, huge reward. So the thing about blockchain is it's been around for almost a decade. It's tested, it's proven, and we know it works, right? With the Tangle network, essentially it's just, in theory, we have absolutely no clue if it's going to work.
It's not having as many transactions as Bitcoin is having per day. But
no, absolutely not. And the scalability they say is, the larger it gets, the faster it gets, the more secure it is. But we don't know that. And until we really have solid proof, and they can, prove that on a larger scale, it's super high risk, because if it doesn't work, people are going to lose a lot of money in IOTA. So I like the project. I think it's cool, but we're going to have to see where it goes.
Definitely overvalued, but
super overvalued. So this next one I'm excited about because fuck you, Bitconnect. Bitconnect. Yeah. Fuck you, Bitconnect. So Bitconnect shut down. I can't believe that happened. I mean, oh my god.
So many people lost money.
How did that happen? I mean, they have a trading bot. So that makes money off Bitcoin trading. How could you lose? I mean, Jesus. So the massive lending platform Bitconnect, if you guys don't know what Bitconnect is, it's essentially one of the largest, what do you call it?
Lending platform?
It's a lending platform, but it's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
The largest Ponzi scheme ever. So essentially, you lend the money, and supposedly they give you like 1% a day on your money, which is unheard of.
And then you can compound your interest.
$1,000 turns into $35,000 in a year.
Yeah, and then there's referral bonuses all the way down the chain.
Basically, you grow money on trees. It's insane. Well, they shut down. A lot of people have lost their money. And the ironic part is they have their own coin, which only can be bought and sold on their platform.
Yeah,
and
only hit BTC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So they released, everybody can take their money off the platform.
But they're in Bitconnect token.
But in Bitconnect token, which went from, what, $400 or $500 down to 12.
I think it's at, 12
so,
or 13 now.
That sucks. I feel really bad for all these people that were invested in Bitconnect. I'm sure they're having a bad week. So sorry, Trevon James. Well, I think that's it for crypto news.
Yeah, that's about it for this week.
So we'll see you next time. You guys have a good night. Subscribe. Like the channel. Again, we are not financial advisors. I know we didn't really give any financial advice, but we got to put it out there. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Good night.